normally we enjoy meeting you in person, but since we can't do that, we'll have to introduce ourselves electronically. Here's the faculty in the biology department: Steve Adolph, Jay Herr, Anna Ahn, Catherine McFadden, myself, Elliot Bush, Denai Schultz, Martina Donaldson-Matashi, and Dan Stobel. The 8 of us have interests in, ranging from molecular biology to ecology to computational biology. And I guess if I had to say, what are the distinctive things about our department, I would say first, an emphasis on hands-on work, especially research. And second, a strong effort to make connections with other disciplines. The latter, I think you can see in the major programs that we have. So in addition to pure biology, we offer 2 interdisciplinary majors: chemistry and biology, and mathematical and computational biology. I won't say more about those here, but if you'd like to know more details regarding these majors, you can follow this link. So I'd like to say a few things about how life has been going in the last few years. As you can imagine, teaching has been very atypical during this period of the pandemic. For one thing, the pandemic brings a certain immediacy to a lot of what we're teaching. So I feel this particularly in our core introductory biology course, Bio 52, which is focused on infectious disease and evolution. Remote learning, of course, required us to change a lot in the way we teach. Thankfully, this year has been mostly about returning to in-person instruction, and we especially appreciate that in biology because much of what we do is so hands-on. Laboratory classes and student research just aren't the same if you're not in person, so I think all of us are feeling especially appreciative of the chance to be back in person. The faculty's been, active publishing papers during this time, more than a dozen in the last year. And one special bit of good news is that Denai Schultz received an NSF Career Award. I'll just say a little bit about what she does. Her research centers on the African trypanosome, which is a single-celled parasite. This organism causes African sleeping sickness in humans and Nagana in cattle. And her research program combines basic science and more applied approaches, and has the ultimate goal of developing treatments for this neglected tropical illness. The trypanosome life cycle involves stages both in an insect and in a mammal, and the different environments that the parasite encounters in these 2 hosts lead to significant differences in its own biology over the course of its life cycle. When inside a mammal, the parasite frequently changes its cell surface proteins in order to evade the host's adaptive immune system. In contrast, stages that occur in insects don't make these changes because insects don't have an adaptive immune system. So the idea underlying Dr. Schultz's research program is that one could potentially treat mammalian trypanosomiasis by forcing the parasite into its insect-adapted form, and this would make it possible for the mammalian immune system to combat the parasite effectively. So Denai and the rest of us are really happy to be back in person, and I would say at this point our main hope for the future is just to return to normal. It would be wonderful to have a more typical summer research session, with sort of a full complement of students, and we're cautiously optimistic on that. We're planning for that. So on that note, I'll say thanks for listening, and I hope to see you on campus sometime soon.